This is the news station, WNEP 16.
Good evening, I'm Nolan Johannes. Karen Harch has the night off. Travelers on this nation's highways are on their way to holiday weekend destinations. Roads in northeastern and central Pennsylvania, such as you see here on Route 81 in Luzerne County, are heavy with cars and tractors and trailers. State police tell us they too are out in force, and the police will be for the entire three-day Labor Day holiday, doing what they can to get you back home safely without having an accident. Some people in Scranton are worried an ambulance won't be there when it's needed at accidents in the city. That's because the city has only one ambulance to serve almost 90,000 people. And there have been complaints that that one breaks down a lot. City officials say it costs them $300,000 a year to operate the ambulance, and they hope the city can find a private firm to provide ambulance service in Scranton. Some residents of Taylor are worried that they may be living on top of a toxic waste dump. Crews digging a foundation for a new home in the borough uncovered some barrels. The area is about a quarter-mile away from a dump where the government has found toxic wastes. No one is sure whether there are more barrels under the homes in the Taylor neighborhood, but the discovery has some residents on edge. Coming up, get your tickets ready, because we're going to show you the winning numbers in tonight's big lotto drawing. Plus, we'll tell you why some high school football fans and players in Nanticoke are worried about a lot more than winning. The stories when we come back.
If you want to feel like an extra special person this Labor Day, tune in to the Jerry Lewis Telethon beginning Sunday evening at 9 o'clock. Let's all show Jerry's kids our hearts. With your continued support, the children with muscular dystrophy will see a brighter future. So let's all get that special feeling for MDA and spend this Labor Day weekend with all of us here at WNEP.
Even though teachers in the Nanticoke area have decided to go to work next week, their contract dispute with the district goes on, and the teachers could walk off the job at any time. Nightbeat reporter Bob Costantini went to the Nanticoke football game tonight to find out how the students feel facing another school year filled with uncertainty.
The kickoff of another school year, a fall tradition. The start of the football season is supposed to be a happy time, the fun in the stands, the rivalries here on the field. But here in Nanticoke, the start of the school year, marked by this game, is as uncertain as the final score. In the stands are Nanticoke High School students who remember last year's strike and don't want to go through it again.
There's no fun, and nobody's into the spirit of the school year. And the teachers say they are not hurting the students, but they really are.
Many students are unhappy with the school board and teachers not even meeting less than a week before school starts.
It's ruining it, especially for the seniors, too.
Do you think there's a way out of this?
Yeah. Let the mediator come in and settle it.
Football is fun to watch, but one student in the stands reminds us of the main purpose for going to school.
We come to school for an education. We're being cheated out of it by them going on strike.
Bob Costantini, Newswatch 16, Nanticoke.
People without any jobs at all in Lycoming County are getting some help from a church in Williamsport. The United Pentecostal Church on 4th Street is offering all types of clothing to the poor this weekend. Everything from handbags to winter coats are being sold to the needy in the Williamsport area for just 25 cents. Millions of people all over Pennsylvania spent $1 to try to become a millionaire in tonight's lotto drawing. Officials say more than 12 million tickets were sold, breaking the all-time sales record set just last Tuesday. We won't find out if anybody hit the jackpot worth over $9 million until at least tomorrow. If you haven't checked your tickets yet, here are the winning numbers: 18, 31, 7, 20, 39, 28. The alternate was 23. We'll show those numbers again later in this newscast. Next, Tom Clark has the holiday forecast. Joe Zone and Tim Karlson will have all the high school football a little bit later. Plus, Newswatch 16's Jacqueline Carr takes us back to the fair. It's a story that's not half bad. We'll be right back.
Telethon night, Labor Day Eve, whatever you want to call it, all kinds of crazy fun. It's showdown at sundown when the Killer Bees of Wilkes-Barre and the Steamrollers of Scranton.
Swat the Bees.
109th Armory in Kingston and the Watchus Armory in Scranton. We want you to come on down, support your favorite team, and help Jerry's kids. Labor Day Eve, telethon night, all kinds of fun events, and these guys will.
Swat the Bees.
5 to 11:15 every hour after that.
Okay, let's get it now. The weekend weather word with meteorologist Tom Clark. How is it out there tonight, Tom?
Nolan, it's very nice outside tonight, and I think that just about everybody watching tonight will be satisfied with the kind of weather I'm forecasting for the holiday weekend. It looks real nice, folks. Our temperature outside now looks like this. We have mostly clear skies overhead, of course, the crickets chirping in the background, and on the thermometer it stands now at 66 degrees. Our humidity is down to 65%, but it's rising slowly this evening. The wind southeast at 5, and the barometer now is holding steady at 30.06 inches. Our high today in this backyard was 83 degrees, and the low this morning was a chilly 54. Records for this date 95 and 43. What you see there behind the numbers, well, there it is, one of those cumulus clouds we had overhead this afternoon. Add to the beauty of our skyscape, and some of them will be around again tomorrow. On Newswatch 16's color satellite photograph, now we can see just some high clouds over Pennsylvania, but down to the south, a lot of shower and thunder shower activity all the way from southern Virginia all the way down to Florida. Now, this cloudy area, this area of undisturbed weather, will try to move northward into Pennsylvania, but it's not really going to make it. I think some showers and thunderstorms may come as far north as the southern border of Pennsylvania, but that's about it. All we're going to see from this weather mess down here are just some high clouds to dim the sun here tomorrow. And then winds in the upper atmosphere will begin to push this cloudy air out to sea, and then some of this air will come in for Saturday, and it's pretty hot. Temperatures in a dozen cities from Minnesota down to Texas broke record high temperatures this afternoon. Up in Pierce, South Dakota, 108. At about 4 o'clock this afternoon. And as a result of this hot air coming in, temperatures here approaching 90 on Saturday, still dry, and then this cool front out this way will begin to move in. It probably won't get here until sometime Monday evening. So like I say, it looks real good and probably dry right through Labor Day afternoon. Here's our forecast for tonight. It looks like this. It'll be cool and tranquil out there. Just a few high clouds, but nothing to worry about. 55 for the low in Towanda, 58 in Duryea, 53 down in East Side. That's not too far from Whitehaven in Carbon County. 57 down in Atlas, and about 59 for the low tonight in Watsontown. Now for tomorrow, there will be lots of warm, soothing sunshine right through the midday and afternoon hours. Just some high clouds to dim the sun. It will stay dry, and you will like it. 84 the high in New Milford, about 83 in Harvey's Lake tomorrow, 79 at Tobyhanna State Park in the Poconos, 81 for the high in Hazleton tomorrow, and out there in Lewisburg, about 86 for the high. And the wind tomorrow very light from the southwest, under 10 miles per hour. Let's call it partly sunny tomorrow, 86 degrees. On Sunday, sunny, 88 for the high. That's getting pretty warm, almost hot, if you will. And then on Labor Day itself, we'll have a mixture of clouds and sunshine. It should stay dry through the afternoon. The big telethon here, and it will stay dry for that. 85 on Labor Day, and then Tuesday, cooling off back down into the 70s, looks like, for the rest of the week. I do hope you have a great holiday weekend. Get outside and enjoy some nice weather. Nolan, I guess I'll see you at the telethon, huh?
Absolutely. We'll be here Sunday night and on into Monday all day long on Labor Day.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, Tom. Coming up, Joe Zone and Tim Karlson take over the newscast with all the high school football scores and highlights as the teams and 16 sports final kick off another season. Sports galore when we come back.
Save all your aluminum cans and bring them to my backyard carnival on Labor Day right here at Channel 16. No, wait!
Well, opening of the high school football season for most area leagues, and that means Friday night from now until the end of the season, Tim Karlson and I will be here a little bit longer than usual to get you all of the scores and the inside stories. Timmy, tonight, the Super 16 game of the week, and it was just that, wasn't it?
Oh, it was something else, except we had a little problem with the lights, and we had a delay, and we're going to get to it right now. Joe, we were at we were at Plain Stadium tonight for Wyoming area and Coughlin, and it was set up to be quite the battle, and it turned out to be quite the battle, as a matter of fact, 14-14. First, we pick up action here in the first quarter. Here's Patera with a shot to Tomczak, 15 yards, and this sets up this touchdown, a 45-yard touchdown pass from Patera to Alickney, and it's a great one. He's wide open. You can see him going into the darkness at the end of the field from the lights there, and the extra point, they had to go to the other end of the field for the extra point because of the darkness. It was good, and with 10-12 left in the second quarter, it was 7-0. Now Wyoming area picks it up. The first play after the kickoff, and a touchdown, a 79-yard run by Eric Spies. The point after touchdown was good, and it was 7-7. Then at that point, the game was stopped. They had a little meeting in the middle of the field because the lights were down. They figured PP&L give it a shot to fix it. They give it 20 minutes for PP&L because the officials were worried about the players getting hurt. So Gloria B.
I've been here before, and I said psychologically it hurts both sides, and I know my kids were very, very ready at that time, and they saw the lights out, and they said, "Oh, not again, Coach."
They will give us another complete warm-up prior to the start of the game, so we think we'll be all right. You know, our kids are ready to play now.
I don't know how much the timeout hurt both clubs, because it seemed like after the intermission and they got back to play, there was no scoring through the rest of the half and then the third quarter. Then finally, setting up this touchdown, or a touchdown coming up, was a good run or a good pass from Patera to Chomchak, and then the touchdown run, a bootleg. Patera goes outside, scores from the 4-yard line. That makes it 14-7 with 11:02 left. In the fourth quarter now, a 4th and 15, 3:38 to go, and Malski to Griebeck for a first down at the 23 kept Wyoming area drive alive, and here's the one that is going to eventually bring the ball game to within 1 point. Here's Spies on the outside. He goes in for the score from 15 yards out with just 31 seconds left. They go for the 2-point conversion. They couldn't do it because of an encroachment, so they have to go for the tie. 14-14 the final score, Wyoming area and Coughlin. It was a great one. After the game, we talked to the coaches.
Sick of the race. A tie is not going to hurt the conference standings that much, but I don't think we played well enough to win. We've got a lot of work to do, and maybe we'll stop reading our press clippings and play football now.
We're going for the win. There's no question about it. The kids wanted to, and I wanted to, and we were going after it. We had a guy jump, and we now went, instead of 3 yards, we're going for 8. So we opted then to go for the tie. It's a long season, and we think we'll be right down there at the wire.
Okay, what's the story on the winning drive there? How did you feel going into it? Do you think you were going to be able to pull it off?
Yes. We have a lot of composure on this team, and we got a lot of kids that want to win and play the game right.
Certainly a great ball game. As we go to the high school football scoreboard, Lock Haven was defeated by Bald Eagle area 35-22. Wyalusing shutting out Bald Eagle Nittany 12-0. State College over Bellefonte 34-0. And Jersey Shore over Muncie 28-6. Joe, out in Bloomsburg, one of the top Class B schools around last season, and it looks like the Panthers are off to another good start.
You're right, Tim. They have got themselves a nice football team, at least from game one. Let's take a look at what happened. Bloomsburg is going to come right at you here. Sack the Warrior Run punter, Ron Ansbach, with 1:30 left in the third quarter. 3 plays later, quarterback Steve Sees throws an 8-yard touchdown pass to tailback J.R. Sperry. That made the score 21-6, the final score 31-6. Bloomsburg won it. Eastern Conference, let's go to it. Mount Carmel shut out Hazleton. I'm sorry, the final there was 33-6 on the board. Minersville shut out West Hazleton 21-0. Newport over Mifflinburg. Our number 9 team, Montoursville, beat Sayre 24-7. Okay, another good one in the Wyoming Valley Conference tonight, Pittston area, and our number 8 team, Myers, and there were some problems.
Well, Joe, the Patriots didn't have a whole bunch of respect for our number 8 team as they beat Myers 41-6, and we take a big look at the highlights. The big story, other than the lopsided score, was the presence of this guy, Pittston coach Bob Barberi. Early last winter, Barberi had announced he would resign. He said there were some things at Pittston that were just making it impossible to continue coaching. Well, that didn't set well with the players, the fans, or the school board. Things were taken care of, and Barberi returned. And tonight, Pittston opened with a big win over Myers, 41-6, and it certainly was a big win for the Pittston area Patriots. We go to the high school football scoreboard again. It was Lehighton over Panther Valley 20-6. Selinsgrove just slipped by Lewisburg 19-14. A shutout North Schuylkill over Tamaqua 22-zip. And Freeland beat Hamburg by the same score, 22-0. And they're thinking about a title this year at Wyoming Valley West. They're our number 5 team.
Tim, you know, while the Spartans are thinking championship, the Trojans of Nanticoke are just happy to be thinking football. Remember, quite a different scene from a year ago when a teacher's strike threw the Trojan program into chaos. This year, with another strike looming on the horizon, there will be no chaos, just football.
So we decided that we were going to go through with it. I'm not trying to hurt my union whatsoever. I'm not siding with the school board or anything like that. I'm just doing what 51 kids want me to do, and that's to play football.
When Coach Goodman said that he was staying with us all season, everybody was all psyched and everything. They're ready for the season this year.
It was obvious the junior quarterback and his teammates were a bit nervous tonight. Still, even with a 40-0 loss to powerful Wyoming Valley West, you know the kids were just happy to take the opportunity tonight to play. Okay, scoreboard. Our number 3 team, Shikellamy, knocked off by a very tough Cedar Cliff school, 16-8. Allentown Deer shut out Pleasant Valley, 23-0. Whitehall over Nazareth, 33-0. And number 14, Stroudsburg, beat Parkland 18-7. Defending champs out of the C Division last year, Central Columbia.
And Joe, a tough opener for Central Columbia against South Williamsport as we take a look at some of the highlights right now. First of all, Central Columbia and South Williamsport going at each other. South Williamsport scored on this 3-yard run by sophomore Bob Gare, 6-0 into the third quarter. Then Central Columbia came back late in the fourth quarter to win. 9-6 was the final there as we go to the high school football scoreboard. It was Reading CC over Bishop Hafey 49-0. St. Clair beat Pine Grove 14-6. Southern Lehigh over Northern Lehigh 14-7. Halifax blanked Williams Valley 16-0. Number 16 team in our top 16, Towanda over Wellsboro 28-8. It was North Penn losing Detroit 38-20. Shenandoah Valley beat Schuylkill Haven 12-0. Lime Mountain lost to Millersburg 28-0. It was Milton over Shamokin 12-0. And let's see the other scores. South Columbia 33, Jim Thorpe 8. And Loyalsock beat Danville 16-6.
6-6 actually was the final.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
okay.
Just got a correction. Remember, next week the Big 11 moves into action, and that's, of course, we'll have all of our teams going. College football tonight, can you believe it? Temple beat Syracuse 17-6. Okay, let's check the pennant races. The Phillies, what a finish. 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th for the Phillies. Bases loaded. Pinch hitter Ozzie Virgil. Grand slam, home run, and the Phillies winning tonight the final 5-3. They beat San Francisco. National League scoreboard, Phillies 5, San Fran 3. Pittsburgh beat Atlanta 4-1. Phillies and Pirates all tied. L.A. beat Montreal 4-1, while Atlanta lost. The Dodgers are up by 2.5. Cincinnati shut out St. Louis 4-0. Okay, Tim, what's the story tonight in the American League?
Well, the Yanks are out on the West Coast right now, and it's 3-0 Yanks in the third. They are leading over the Seattle Mariners as we go to the American League scoreboard. There you see the Yankees score 3-0 now. They're in the third inning. Baltimore and Minnesota, 1-0. Baltimore wins that ball game. Toronto over Detroit. I'm sorry, make that Detroit over Toronto 9-8. By the way, Baltimore got the run from the Singleton homer. Milwaukee and California, no score at the end of 1.
Pocono Downs, the daily double, 1-1, 27-20. Fifth race triple, 3-8-5, $252.90. And even when we've got high school football, we've got time for the fish forecast, or do we? We do! Tides running high, a couple of good periods of activity on Saturday. The night fishermen should do very well from 2:30 until 5:45, but the biggest and best of the day going to stretch out over midday. A reminder that tomorrow on Pennsylvania Outdoor Life, of course, at 7 o'clock, you can get all the outdoor stuff you need to know. That's the first night of our Friday night football, and as I said, next week it's all back in action. Good job first time back.
Joe.
We'll be back with more right after this.
Finally tonight, all this week, folks in Newfoundland, Wayne County, have been preparing for a big event. Many people did some long, hard hours to make their annual fair a success. And Newswatch 16's Jacqueline Carr introduces us to one girl who spends all year getting ready.
17-year-old Karen Lupiak of Honesdale has been a member of 4-H for the past 9 years. Her specialty is sheep. She raises them and gets them ready for the main event, the Greene Dreher Sterling Fair in Newfoundland.
My cousins showed in 4-H when I was younger, and they just got me interested, and I've been showing ever since.
Karen has about 40 sheep that she works with to show at this and other county fairs, and for her the work isn't always easy.
Your preparing goes all year long with raising your animals and feeding them right, and fitting them for a show.
Finally, when she gets in the ring, she's nervous but sure of herself and sure that things will pay off, and most of the time they do. For Karen, she truly loves the work.
It's just personal enjoyment having the animals around and working with the animals in general. But there is money prizes in that also.
After all the hard work is over and the competition finally comes to an end, the just reward does come with the final hanging of the blue ribbons. Jacqueline Carr, Newswatch 16 at the Greene Dreher Fair in Newfoundland.
And that is our report for this night. ABC is next with Nightline. They're going to have more on the latest what's going on with that Korean jet incident. For the team, thank you for joining us. Have a great holiday weekend. And don't forget the Muscular Dystrophy Telethon. We'll see you Sunday night and all day Monday. Good night.